Welcome back to the Pulse. Now, here's the truth. Almost every relationship or marriage has problems. Affairs don't happen because some things, go wrong with the marriage. They happen in part because couples don't know how to work together to solve the issues they have. Having problems in your relationship doesn't justify cheating. But what accounts as cheating? Why do people even do it in the first place? What do you do when you find your partner cheating? We'll try and get the expert opinion of Reverend Daniel Annan, who is a marriage counselor. He joins me in the studio. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Yesterday I spoke to you on phone.
Yeah,
Good
sure.
to have you in the studio.
Good to have you.
Very refreshing to see you here.
Too.
Thank you so much. But what accounts for cheating for one person may not be exactly what accounts for cheating for another. If, for instance, I see my boyfriend flirting with another lady on the phone, even though nothing is happening, physically between them, I see it as cheating. How would you define cheating?
So you are looking at cheating not only in terms of carnal knowledge. It means there are so many intercourses that people are having of late.
Even not physical intercourse.
Yes,
right.
We have the sex on phone, we have all these kinds of things. But basically, you begin to see, you ask the question, why do men cheat or women cheat? As for men, it's very simple. They want to get the job done.
Okay, what job are we talking about?
Yes. What job? Oh, you don't know the job. I know it now. Men take prestige in that they are able to perform.
Okay.
So when a woman begins to give that sense of that quality performance, they are tempted always to go outside.
Okay.
But women do not.
Okay.
There are reasons why women do cheat.
Okay.
So when you look at cheating, you have about 6 reasons why people cheat. First of all, the foundational thing, why the person entered into the relationship. Some people enter into the relationship because he sees the man as the world that she wants to enter into. Whatever she needs, that person is going to provide.
Right.
So when she enters into that relationship, unfortunately sees that it's not forthcoming, then they have a challenge.
Okay.
Then they think that they have to seek that elsewhere.
Right.
So the motive for marrying was not for love and trust and companionship or working out something together, but rather that person came because of economics.
Okay.
The second reason why people do cheat is that when you have a woman who is the honeymoon type.
Okay.
When I say the honeymoon type, is that woman who always want that desire, always want that flex, always want traveling, always want that appetizing things, that fun.
Okay.
So when it's offered,
right.
But he sees a guy who he sees that this guy can always take me out, be doing those things,
with me,
then they are tempted
okay.
to step out of the relationship,
right.
and go in for that.
Okay.
There's the second type of people who enter into the relationship. I call them the virgin or the whore.
Okay.
Depending on how you look at it. He entered into a relationship. He did not accept the man or the woman as the partner. So whatever the person does in the relationship is boring to him. He just wants to get
about
out.
Fixed marriages, or
it could be a relationship. You know, cohabitate. It could be cohabitation, but he doesn't even love the person. But maybe they've had kids,
okay.
in the relationship. So it's just boring. That's just that. I've seen a woman who all through the marriage, the man never saw the complete nakedness of the woman.
Wow.
But they have children.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
They have children, all right. They have our church kids, but the man has never seen the full nakedness of the woman. When it comes to the area of sex, he will just open a small door. Then the man will enter.
Okay.
Then after that, finish. Because the woman did not accept that man as my partner. Maybe
from the onset.
Yeah, from the onset. It could be an accidental marriage.
Okay.
Maybe something, he went in for a short time, something happened. And the people say, oh, let's do it to work. But in that person's heart, the man's heart or the woman's heart, they never accepted themselves.
Okay.
So they are in that relationship, so they want that satisfaction from elsewhere.
Okay.
And there's the other type I call the good guy.
Okay.
The good guy type. The good guy type is I don't want to be seen that I am the bad person.
Okay, at home.
No, in the relationship.
Okay.
So I've seen somebody whose package is quite okay.
Okay.
So I would just want to test the waters.
All right.
Let me go and bite small and see whether it will work.
Okay.
So he's in a relationship, he doesn't want to lose it.
Okay.
But if seen a good guy, want to test the waters and see that if it's okay. So you see such people, when they commit that act, they've had that sense of remorsefulness.
Why are you using only women? How about the guys?
As for the guys, I've told you, they have 4 reasons why they will cheat. 1, work done.
Okay, get the job done.
Get the job done.
Right.
And 2, the man will cheat when he wants to retaliate.
Okay.
When he wants to retaliate, maybe the woman has done something. He will find a way of retaliating. And cheating, he will take your type.
Okay.
Every woman should listen. When you have a guy, you are going out with a guy, the person that the guy will take outside you have same or similar features like your own. Similar features. So you use your friend to retaliate against you. The 3rd reason why a man will cheat is that care.
Okay.
Care. 90% of the men who cheat, the husbands who cheat, is because the women are not giving them regular care, that quality care that they want.
What kind of care are you talking about?
Ask yourself, why would a man, a very decent chief executive officer, sleep with a house help?
Okay.
That's a critical question. Why would he sleep with a house help? A house help who has not even brushed their teeth in the morning. A house help who is stinking. I mean, but the man who's just stood so low, sleep on a marital bed with this house help. Okay. Because that house help is offering care.
Okay.
So the fact that she's always seeing that girl, she gets attracted. Okay. Men are not dogs. We respond to certain things in us. There's insecurity in us. We respond to that. So when the person is offering it, we are veered towards that. So a man will cheat first because of get the job done. The second one is retaliation. The 3rd one is what I'm talking about, that when
not getting enough care from the wife.
And the 4th reason why people sometimes step out is that sometimes they see a certain attraction, and then, people get into relationship because of money. If you're a baby, there's something there.
That's a man.
You will venture.
Oh, okay.
People get into relationships because of monemia.
Or maybe some position.
Exactly. Or yes, or position or something.
Prestige.
Exactly. Or not even that. And some one door leads to another.
Okay.
That woman is a door to another person.
Okay.
Once he gets through.
Okay. So I'm particularly interested with the care you talked about, that when the man doesn't get enough care from the wife, then he's attracted to the house help, for instance. I see that to be madness, because the house help, yes, is there to provide, and you made the point clear that this is the house help who has not even brushed their teeth, who has bad odor. Why is the man attracted to this house help? What kind of care are you talking about?
When every man, there are 3 reasons why a man will marry.
Okay.
First, a man will marry because of respect and honor.
From society.
And from the woman. Even if the society does not accept him, and the woman heals the man, that you are the best. In fact, you are awesome, you are great. Whatever it is, you give that person's respect. He stays at home.
Right.
Sometimes you see a very decent man, but when you look at the wife, you see that the gap is too wide, and you ask yourself, why does this man get to that woman?
Yeah.
It's because of the care. The second reason why a man will enter into a relationship is want a helper.
Okay.
So you see that help meet in that care, home care. Home care is very important. The food the man will eat, somebody to talk to, somebody to share, somebody to pour out his heart to. So when he has somebody that he could at least talk to, he's okay.
Okay.
And 3, a man will marry because of a sexual desire. So when the woman is too busy, the woman doesn't spend quality time with him.
Okay.
Men don't usually say it, but they will act it. You will find out that Most men, it will be very difficult for a man. Your guy, did he tell you that I want to go out with you? No. We don't say it.
Okay.
When you have 10 men, it's only about one
Who will come out and
yes. All the others, we do it by actions.
Okay.
So when the man is not speaking, is not talking about the quality of care, the food, the home care, your availability, the conversation, the communication, how you handle the person. I mean, when we are talking about affection, we are talking about that commitment between us that we share, the hugging, the fact that somebody will be there to tell you it's okay, it doesn't matter, I believe in you, you'll be able to go over it, and you are not there for him. He will either exercise it in somebody who is offering that care. You remember some time ago, when your husband travels to the central region where I come from, the people begin to wail and put their hands on their head. Oh yes, because yeah, oh my goodness, Uncle, Uncle, I mean, what say, Uncle, we are fed though. Uncle, what must say, Papa?
So by the time your husband comes,
yes, finished. I went to a home. The woman is coming to serve the man. My goodness, Asawa. He was just dancing all over, smiling to the man, and just look at the man, smile, say certain words before the food will be served. If that man gets to that woman, if that woman gets that man, will that man come again?
No.
No.
Okay. But you also made the point about this caring thing. Don't you think it's a two-way affair? Because the woman also needs some kind of care.
Yes.
And you talk about how the woman is supposed to be there for the man, someone to talk to, someone to share your problems with, and you need somebody to be there as your helper. The moment you see that this is the one who helps me, if I have any problem, I can run to him, because even if he can't give me money, he can offer some solutions and make me feel up, or even encourage me. Is it not a two-way affair?
It is. It is. In fact, the first reason why a woman will marry a man is security. It's security. When we talk about security, we are not talking about a physical presence. A woman wants emotional security.
Okay.
Emotional security. A woman wants financial security, home security. Now, that is also a very important fact. When the woman does not see that the man is somebody I can rely, if I see that the man is not trustworthy, if I see that the man does not tell me the truth, if I see that the man is not reliable, the woman may opt out. Now, let's look at something. Some time ago, we often say a map and kwasiafo.
Yes, I've heard that.
Yes, not that a map and kwasiafo. Kwasiafo, in that sense, were people who are fun people. They'll create an environment of happiness. They'll create an environment of fun. They'll always be there with you. They'll be smiling with you. They'll be talking with you. Women necessarily don't want the men to solve their problems for them. Man, the woman is not waiting for you to solve the problem. He just wants you to hear.
Okay.
Sometimes the woman just wants you to hear. So you are not there to hear.
Okay.
I observe something where you have the porters, the kayayi. You see the guys around. They will be hitting their butts and their breasts. Oh, I don't like that, I don't like that. But they don't move away, they still stay there. If you don't like it, why don't they move? The fact that they are staying there, it means that guy is providing a certain need in that woman.
Yeah.
Invariably, you find out that they will sleep with them, impregnate them, have children with them, even without money.
Okay, let me have you hold, because it's an interesting conversation we are having. A lot of people are interested, and we've opened the phone lines. So Faiza is my first caller from the north. Faiza, good afternoon to you. You are on the pulse.
Okay. Hello?
Faiza, you're on the pulse.
Mama Asha.
Yes.
After Mama Asha, please, I ask this question to the counselor. Yes.
Okay.
My partner, I don't know what he wants from me. What the counselor is saying, I'm just following what he's saying. But I don't know his problem, and he's picking on me. So one day, I caught him with a phone. So anytime he's calling the girl, he will go to toilet or bathroom. So I asked him, what do you want? Just tell me, what am I doing and you don't want it? Or what should I supposed to be misbehave with you, but he never says so.
He's never said so. Okay, many
So
thanks.
now I caught him and he agreed. So now, how should I? And you know, Mama, I said trust is very important. When I caught him and he said yes, he's really doing it. So I should forgive him. Though I forgive him, but I can't just.
You still don't
Anytime
trust
he
him,
commits
Faiza.
mistake
I understand your problem. Counselor will try to address this for us.
Okay.
So, I mean, before you even get to what do men want from women? And I've seen a video. One lady I'm sure she was frustrated, and she just put up that video. She said, "Look, I don't make up. I don't polish my face, I don't do anything, and the men are complaining. I put on makeup, the man says you are putting on too much makeup. I ask my husband, why are you not minding me? I need your attention, and they say we are nagging. Okay, I leave you, go, I'm giving you space, and the men say we don't love them. Exactly, what do you want from women?
Very simple. It's very simple. We want satisfaction.
In what ways?
Thank you. First of all, I said, honor the guy. When you honor the guy, when you heal the king, when you heal the king, you get the king's attention.
Okay, but how about always healing him?
Yes, of course. People do not change just like that, but it's a process.
Okay.
The second thing that the woman is doing, if he's finding the interest in another person, change your style.
Okay.
Maybe there is something else that, you see, for instance, I usually tell people that when the only way to attract a dove into your house is to make the water sweet. If the water is sweet, they will come.
I think
so make yourself sweet.
I would have to pick the 2 more calls, and then we'll address those issues. Then we come back to the phone lines again. So Ibrahim is calling from Tamale. Okay, my father, you're calling. You're on the pulse. Tell us what your problem is.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, Ibrahim, you're on the pulse.
Yeah, I want to say hi to Reverend.
Hi.
I must say that.
Okay, so I think we lost this one. Have we lost you, Ibrahim? Okay, so we lost him there. If we don't have any other caller on the phone, then let's continue.
The second thing that we have to work on is your appearance. We are attracted by the appearance. Once you are working on your inner character, men get attracted to some people who are homemakers. Once you are working on it, our appearance really counts.
Okay.
The way you pose yourself. The third thing is that maybe change the way you handle him in bed.
Okay.
Change your style, change your mood.
Okay.
Move away from Adam and Eve, from Genesis.
Okay.
Then move on. Go to Deuteronomy, jump even to the prophets, then jump to Revelation.
Okay, so Kweku is calling from Sunyani. Kweku, good afternoon to you. You're on the pulse.
It's Oseyao.
Okay, Oseyao. Sorry for the mishap.
I want to thank Reverend Annan. My problem is I want to pass through him so that I can marry Asa Ibrahim.
Is that all you? Okay, so Reverend,
it's interesting. No,
thank you very much for that call. And we have another one, Dachi. Okay, good afternoon to you on the polls. All right, so Reverend, let's continue with our conversation.
What he said is very true. Then it means he has seen some attraction in you.
Okay.
What are the attraction? You look so beautiful. Your face is awesome.
Wow.
The way you speak.
Okay.
The few minutes I've spent with you, the way you speak, the quality of your tonation, your pulse is awesome. The way you handle me even here, the way you are sitting down, the way of your physique, your ties, they're just awesome. What I'm trying to say is that you have to know yourself as a woman so that you package yourself well. Because if you don't know it, you don't know how to get into the market. So when you enter into the market and you don't present yourself well, how do you expect people to buy the product?
Okay.
So what I'm trying to say is that when the guy said he's passing it through me to get you, all that he's trying to say is that He's seen something awesome with you. Not only what we see outside, let us also have a beautiful soul within.
Right. Okay. So the lady who spoke with us, okay, so I have another caller, Aisha from Tamale. Hello, Aisha, you're on the pulse.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you, Aisha.
I'm really enjoying the program.
Thank you.
I'm a married woman, but my husband has been cheating on me.
Okay.
People closer to me, like my friends.
Oh.
Yes. So I don't know how to go by it.
All right. Reverend will help us understand how to take care of this. Charity is calling from Sunyani. Charity, you're on the pulse.
Good evening to your viewers.
Charity, good evening. You're on the pulse.
Okay. Please, I married my husband since 2014.
Okay.
And from then, we have never been together. We have never been together due to job. I'm in BA, he is in teaching.
Okay.
So from there, like anytime I go home, I see certain things in my room. It's like on our matrimonial bed showing that something has been occurring. I ask and ask and ask. He keeps denying until one day he said the truth to me.
That he's
and he
cheating.
confessed that it will never happen again.
Okay.
So after telling me the truth, I believe that he's my husband. No matter what, I have to forgive him and love him back.
Okay.
But for some few months again, I've seen him calling another lady again.
Okay.
So such a man, should I trust him or not?
Okay, Charity, Reverend will address your issue. Reverend, so you see a certain trend in all the calls that are coming. So, and that goes back to my question, what exactly do men want?
Men want satisfaction, I'll say it again. But the first thing, women who are having husbands cheating, these are the procedure you need to go through. First of all, you need to discover yourself or rediscover yourself.
Okay.
It's very, very important as a woman. Because when such things happen, if you're not careful, you think that there's something wrong with you, you demean yourself, you find yourself on the other side.
Okay.
But when you don't have that inner strength, personal inner strength, you cannot fight the battle.
Yeah.
So first of all, rediscovering yourself. Tell yourself that you are awesome. There's nothing wrong with you.
Right.
You can still make it big. The next thing that you need to do, start communicating. Men don't open up just like that. They don't just open up just like that and just say what is worrying them. But be intelligent enough to find out what is happening. First of all, ask yourself, are you honoring him enough? The third thing, you have to ask whether you are providing that care enough. Number 4, are you presenting yourself in a way and manner that he will be proud of you? Number 5, when you come into bedmatics, are you doing enough? Is he satisfied? When the man is not satisfied, you see it. In terms of sex, men respond so much to sex. That's why God gave us these eyes. We are just always watching. Anything we want to see, we will see. So all we want to see, we will see. We will see, but we don't look.
Reverend, let me pick this. My last 2 calls. Kweku from Accra is on the line. Kweku, good afternoon to you. You're on the pulse.
Good afternoon, Aisha. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Greetings to Reverend as well. I want to tackle one thing that Reverend mentioned about attitude, appearance. You see, there are some women whom, when the way they talk, it's as if they are in the market, educated, they are working corporate people, but when they are outside and talking, even at home, as if they are in the open space. So we are fancy. It's as if they were piano. Like when you are talking to a woman, lower your tone, but you will see the woman just pass as if that she's talking to a multitude of people. You get it? And I think that's one of the problems that, well, to me, I think it's a big problem that we need to tackle. Some women have to tackle because it puts away some men.
I think.
Then, Aisha, you also mentioned that some of the house helps have bad odor. Not all of them now. They are modern house help. I mean, when you meet them, you may think they are not even house help. The way they treat themselves and take after themselves, it's amazing. So
Right.
not all of them, actually.
Okay, so the house helps are now in competition with the wives, right?
I tell you.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Kweku.
you.
Joseph is from the northern region. Joseph, let's hear you. Hello, Joseph, you're on the pulse.
Yeah, thank you very much. But thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, Joseph, let's hear you.
Yeah, the man is really a counselor. He's doing very well. About the caring he talked about, I have a friend who was dating. The reason why he stopped with the lady used the left hand and served him food.
Okay, coming from the north, I understand what you're talking about.
And that was why they stopped.
Okay. So you're talking about respect and how to treat the man. Thank you very much,
It's
Joseph.
very important, especially we the Northern.
Sure. Thank you so much for the point made. So, Reverend, back to you.
So, like I said, first of all, you need to work on these issues. First, discovering yourself or rediscovering yourself. The second one, you need to ask yourself whether you are honoring the person enough. The third thing that you have to ask yourself, whether you are giving quality care. The fourth thing that you must ask yourself whether the bedmatics is going well. Bedmatics is art.
But it's a two-way affair.
I'm coming. You see, you cannot work on a person. When I'm solving problem, I don't solve problem from people's anger. I solve it from my anger. For instance, if I were you, and you see that the guy is not going the way you want it, drive him.
Yeah, sure.
You know how to drive him.
Right.
Okay, you position yourself in such a way, you don't have to say, pass this way, pass left, pass. No, you drive the person. Where you see that the person is hitting the right way, you begin to give the praise. So when the praise is going and the choristers are singing, oh my goodness, when the choristers are singing, heaven will come down.
Okay, so you also made that point that the men will go out because they are not getting satisfaction. Bedmatics is part of the satisfaction. How about the men also helping the woman to drive the women to where they want them to go, rather than leaving the women not talking and then stepping out to get satisfaction?
It's very important. We are doing a two-way affair. We are giving an antidote for the women so that if they have a problem, they will be able to deal with it.
Okay.
And the final one I would have mentioned about is the relationship with family. Sometimes because of maybe children issue, they want to step out.
Yeah.
But that is just minimal. Now, the man, every man, you must be an initiator.
Yeah.
Be the boss. The boss is not like just going into the thing and just coming out. Be the boss. Dictate the pace. Dictate the tempo.
Right.
Survey the field. Tell all the players to be in position. If you're a striker, strike. If you're a goalkeeper, catch the ball.
If you're a captain.
Oh my goodness, you are there. I've seen that you are just there. What I'm trying to say is that as a man, you should be an initiator. God gave the gift of being an initiator and innovative to the man. So you don't always have to wait for that. When you don't know, you need to learn. Sex is an art. And the other thing too is that you love the woman. If you love the person, be a helper to the woman. Honor the woman also. Treat that woman like a queen. When you treat that woman like a queen, you also reciprocally treat you like a king. At the same time, you must value and cherish the person that you, next to your salvation, the next best thing that happened to you was the woman God gave to you. See the woman as a gift. When you begin to form your psychic in this manner, you are able to handle the woman and handle well. When even perhaps because of sickness or some challenge, it could not come on. Usually when we have a problem, two problems men don't want.
They don't want to hear.
Should I tell you?
Yes, please do.
When the striker has just gotten the ball, in the 18-yard box, he's just about to score, and he says, I'm going to wee-wee. You don't like it. Oh, sorry.
That's what men don't like.
We hate.
And the other one.
We hate it all. Wee-wee. That time.
Okay. So
the second thing is that, for instance, yesterday I had it full course.
Okay.
The first course, second course, third course. The next day, the man wants to have it again.
And
the woman doesn't understand. But yesterday you talked.
You had it, so today too you want.
That is how we react.
Okay.
Because it was so sweet.
You don't take no for an answer.
No, not really don't take no for an answer. The man has communicated something. That yesterday's one was so sweet. So today I want to finish the good work I started. So when you get that language, even if it will not come on, you see, look at me. I love you so much. And I want you to reserve that energy. Tomorrow, I'll make you cry. The moment you speak kindly to the man, he will withdraw. Delilah did not take a pistol. Delilah did not take an arrow, a bow.
But
words.
Words. To overcome.
Words were enough to communicate to a great prophet, a king, a president of a country, to tell the secret of his heart. So the woman should know how to communicate, not just talking, like the caller said. Effective communication.
Okay.
If you're able to communicate well, whatever you need, you'll get it.
Right.
Remember, some people are getting checks.
So, woman, know thyself and know the power you possess and make use of that power.
Make effective use of it at the appropriate time too.
Okay, so we're running out of time, but there's this thing I want to find out. And if you talk about a man stepping out because he's not getting that kind of fun, that kind of relationship he needs from the wife, is it not, shouldn't we blame the men who would have the fun type as girlfriends, have all the fun with them, and then when they're ready to get married, they want the good girls, so they would rather now go to church and look for the ones who are not those outing types and the quiet ones and get married to them. And then after they get married, they start facing the problems because my wife doesn't talk to me, I can't even chat with my wife. One sentence and we are fighting.
There's something very basic in the decision that you need to do in taking the decision. First of all, ask us well. The top. If you want to marry, ask us well. Because not all that glitters is gold. The second one you need to work on is whether the person is trustworthy. Trustworthy in terms whether the person tells you the truth, the person is transparent, and the person is reliable. The third thing, which is very important in taking decision in marriage, is understanding whether the chemistry will work.
Okay.
In this case, you see, the man, just what you said, when we don't work on the understanding, these things begin to pop up. Because the foundation of the marriage was not built well.
Weak.
So when the understanding is not there, now look, every man wants a homemaker.
Sure.
But at the same time, the man wants a woman that she will be proud of.
Yeah.
So the woman should not take one side that I'm a homemaker.
So I want
by
to remain there.
By the way, you see, the people who are in the church nowadays have a problem. The whole issue, you see, when marriage was not coming, he just came into the church
to come and pray.
He has converted, but the place has not converted yet. So when we get into the marriage, then we begin to see these things. But what we need to do, we need to set the guidelines and help people out. That you need to meet that needs. Being a homemaker is very good. And being the fun type is very good. Be flexible and be very innovative enough. Let the man see you as a treasure. This woman or this woman. When men, we are satisfied, the next thing we do is what? I'm asking you.
You tell me. I'm not a man.
When we are satisfied, know it. When we are okay, the next thing you hear the story, we are gone. But what I'm trying to say, the woman will be there. What I'm just trying to make a point that if you're able to satisfy the man and satisfy him well, he will not step outside.
He will not
Except
step out.
Few who are
recalcitrant.
They are professional goods. That one, you cannot do anything.
Whatever you do, they will still step out. It's been a very interesting conversation with Reverend Daniel Annan. So finally, I want to find out, how do you deal with a cheating partner? Some of the callers we listened to, one of them said, I caught him red-handed. He confessed to me. I have forgiven him, but I still don't trust him. How do you handle, and even there are some people who cannot even stand it. Once I caught you cheating, I'm off. I'm just stepping out of the relationship. How do you deal with some of these things?
Always bear in mind that a person, a couple who cheats, has a tendency to cheat again.
Yeah.
The first thing you need to understand when these things happen is that trust is broken.
Yeah.
So whatever the person is telling you cannot be whole. Because truth, reliability, and openness is gone. So what we need to do, first of all, is to work on yourself. I always prefer people working on themselves before, because if you are wounded,
working on the partner.
yes, before you work on the partner. So work on yourself. That's what I talk about. Recovering yourself, or rediscovering yourself, discovering yourself. The next thing that you need to do when you find your husband cheating is to communicate. Effective communication, not nagging. When you communicate, men are people, they listen. The next thing that you need to do is to work on where the deficiencies are. What are the tastes of the man? Find out. The man is responding to a certain taste. That's why the person stepped outside.
Okay.
Maybe the soup outside is so sweet. I know of a man who allowed the mother to cook for him. He bring the food. They bring the food, the soup from Kumasi to Accra, and you keep it for 3 months.
With
he's
married?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So what do you have to do as a woman?
I'll go and stay with your mom and learn how she cooks.
Exactly. So you meet that need. The next thing that we need to do is to present yourself in a way that you always be acceptable to yourself and your husband. There are certain things that happen when people do cheat. They have conscience that what they did was wrong. If you are able to work the process through, the person will come back. And when the person comes back, accept and don't bring the conversation again.
Back.
Because when you bring the conversation, you mind the person of the past. When you have somebody who is recalcitrant, no matter what you do, he just doesn't want to see it. There was a case. A funeral. Couple, so the 2 men were in the lead, and the women were behind them. And one of them has lost the spouse. The 2 men, one said, wow. Not knowing the wife was just behind.
But how can he say such a terrible thing?
Exactly. So it means the marriage itself, the man has not accepted the person. So work on appreciation and acceptance.
Okay.
But if you do all these things and it's not working, you need to advise yourself.
Go your separate ways.
Not go your separate ways. The first one is to allow space to be in a relationship.
Okay.
Then rethink and refocus. If it's still not working, you need to take a decision. The choice is yours.
The choice is yours. It's been very interesting, and for the sake of time, we would have to end our conversation here. Reverend Daniel Annan has been very helpful to those of us who are having problems in our relationships and marriages. And one thing I take, he says, when you find out that your partner is cheating, first work on yourself. He prefers that you work on yourself first before even tackling your partner. And the other thing is effective communication. If you're able to do these 2 things, he trusts that you can bring your partner back home. But bottom line for the women out there is that you need to show care, you need to respect your husband, and you need to make him feel like a king, and you need to make him get satisfaction. And in the satisfaction lies the bedmatics. If he doesn't like your style, change your style. My name is Aisha Ibrahim.